Og så var vi i gang. Fairford 2018.
The completion of the maneuver, Zippy will push up the throttle to show off the power of the PW229 engine.
The crews have just performed a 6Gs evasive maneuver, meaning that they weighed 6 times their normal weight, so about 500 kilograms in their seat. Positive Gs make the blood flow to the lower part of the body. To cope with this physiological constraint, Axel, the wingmen are now sliding into column formation. Task sharing is now critical, and this leads the flight under passive orders, who adapts them on wind and the day's weather. San, the wingman, follows his leader's maneuvers to maintain his spot less than 2 meters away from him. Finally, Axel precisely guides San to counter any parallax effect. The flight is now forming up for a simulated close formation landing. This procedure allows to speed up the rate of landings on a military airfield, facilitating air traffic control. The landing speed of a Mirage 2000 is about 300 km per hour, and it needs around 1,500 meters to land. gentlemen, the Couteau Delta. Thanks to its 2,000 liters tanks under the wings, the Mirror 2000 has an autonomy of about 2 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed the full Couteau Delta tactical display. The lead aircraft was composed of Elvis and Pastif, and the wingmen are crewed by San and Axel. Each of them totals more than 2,500 hours of flight and over 7.
Thank you very much, Keke, and the Couteau Delta for another storm.
MK 356. As promised. Wheels of landings, over 60 operational sorted, service. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look to your left, you will see the Lancaster. Some of the few. It's been Deputy Officer Commanding Elementary Flying Training based at RIAT Cranwell. The flight has been based at RAF Conisbee since 1976. Home of the Typhoon Force, has 2 frontline Typhoon squadrons as well as 29 Squadron, the Operational Conversion Unit, Caster, powered by the 5 with their closed right path. As you see, Squadron Leader Discom conducting the Spitfire display for this year. If you'd like to know more about the Royal Air Force or the flight, you can find us at raf.mod.uk/BBMF. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our aircrew tweet from their own accounts, such as BBMF_Spitfire. Finally, you can find out what we're doing to see great photos on Facebook and our official BBMF site. We also have Instagram and YouTube channel accounts. many people tirelessly working behind the scenes to make all of this happen. Our main support at air shows, coming from the public relations team that volunteer in their own time to speak about the aircraft and pass on our history to everyone here today. Back at Coningsby, the Visitor Centre volunteers provide great knowledge of the aircraft, and tours will be arranged throughout the year to come and see our engineers working on the aircraft when they're not in the sky. As you see, Squadron Leader Discum entering the crowd slide for the second of the Spitfire passes. See the Hurricane coming down out of the hill, it'll come down into the line up the crowd rise arrival. Coningsby, ready for the training for the pilot. Captain Michael. Gentlemen, our motto is lest we forget. We hope that you remember our mission to commemorate those 120,000 personnel. As you see the Lancaster come round for the crowd ride, the fighters in the background just lining up to join her on the flank. Next, the fighters chasing her down, looking to join back up with her by the end of the path. The pilot's working hard now to peel off, getting the separation right, speaking to the Lancaster pilot, flight attendant Tim Dunlop, to find out what speed he's flying at, so they can measure their intake speed as they run up to the sides of the Lancaster. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big wave as the Lancaster, Hurricane and Spitfire come past for the BBMF's memorial flight. And we have many more to come. There's a few surprises in the next few days of the air show, and as that symphony of engines subsides slightly, the hairs in the back of my neck is still standing up. I'm not sure if there is more evocative or stirring sound. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you do remember our mission.
Air Force Gripen, the Italian Air Force C-27 James Spartan, the Spanish Air Force Patria Aguila, the Royal Jordanian Falcon. 9 to 15-year-olds through dedicated STEM events at RAF stations. Also the Scout organisation taking on the Air Researcher Squadron that we'll be seeing in the flying programme over the course of these 3 days. We've also got an excellent collection of static. John Bailey, and is making its first display appearance away from its old Warden base here in the Vintage Village this weekend. And then that leads on to an array of post-war Royal Air Force aircraft, including the beautiful Bristol Sycamore helicopter of the Flying Bulls, a Nat from the Nat display team, a Hunter 58A from HHA, as they take to the runway at the midpoint, because we don't get the strong U-Bomber pilot Cougar element trainer into the air. That's going to go home while we move on to the next sharing.
patrz co zrobi. Zobacz jak śmignie do góry. Patrz.
Pionowo?
Zobacz jaki duży. Zobacz co robi. Widzisz to?
Wow. Wow indeed. What a takeoff, demonstrating a huge power-to-weight ratio. Obviously the aircraft is not carrying any freight and very light on fuel, but what an amazing tactical demonstration. The demonstrating today is in fact destined for the RAF. Once it's been used by Airbus as part of the A400M test program, this will become the last example of the Atlas C1 to be delivered to the RAF for service not far from here at Bryce Norton.
Patrz, fajny. Aż będzie leciał.
An extremely versatile aeroplane, as has been demonstrated operationally by the Atlases, the A400Ms of the RAF, French Air Force and other operating nations with this aeroplane. Very capable in the tactical role, but also with the capacity to be extremely effective as a strategic airlifter. Yeah, absolutely, with a 2,000 nautical mile range and the potential to carry 37-ton payload over that distance, up to heights of 40,000 feet. The strategic capability of this aircraft is actually equivalent to its tactical capability.
To jest bardzo niebezpieczne co on robi teraz. Tylko najlepsi piloci.
An excellent example there of a 60 degrees nose down steep approach with propellers in fully fine, which kind of work as an air brake to stop the aircraft decelerating beyond any predetermined limits. And a good deal of this manoeuvring, the steep turn from takeoff that we saw, might be used on some of the aircraft's tactical missions. And there's the pull-up, and hopefully the cloud base will permit the full 120-degree wing over at the top. And there it goes. Wow. One RAF Atlas is now permanently deployed to the Middle East in support of forces there, having taken over from the Hercules. They've operated often into Ascension Island as part of support to British forces in the South Atlantic. And it was last September that the aircraft made its operational debut with the RAF in the humanitarian airlift role in what was called Operation Rumen, the hurricane relief effort in the Caribbean. And that was a great demonstration of teamwork with the Atlas, two of them involved alongside of the Empire Test Pilot School, part of the Kinetic Empire at Boscombe Down in Wiltshire, they being the aircraft captain Tony Flynn and co-pilot John Taylor, coming into land after a typically exciting demonstration from Airbus Defence Space of the Airbus A400M. About it is flying officer Nick Humphreys. Thank you, Ben. Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed the entrance of Flight Lieutenant Andy Sell, the 2018 Royal Air Force Future Display Pilot. Andy was born in Oxford and joined the Royal Air Force in 1984. Following a tour in Germany with the RAF Regiment.
I know everybody will be very keen to go and meet them, particularly the youngsters. You have to go to the RAF Experience Area first to collect a token. Meanwhile, of course, also remember that we've got a number of cameras here working with us from Thames TV over the course of the weekend. They've got 6 cameras on the ground, and the majority of displays are also carrying on-board cameras as well. Of course, the significant feature of the programme this year will be the Royal Air Force 100 flight. the Red Arrows! As the Jets come over in big battle formation with the red, white and blue smoke on, they pull up and move into short diamond formation. Leading the team is Red 1 Squadron Leader Martin Pert. Martin is a former Harrier and Typhoon pilot, previously was a Hawk instructor and is in his first year as the team leader. As the Jets come over the top of the loop in short diamond, Red 1 twists the formation round to the right, the distinctive Hawk plan form set against the view. You saw them in the number 100 over London. This is Typhoon.
Rolling out. Easy up.
Upside down at 2,000 feet, Red 1 rolls Typhoon around to the left. Again, a distinctive platform of the aircraft, really visible against the sky today, as Red 1 bends the formation round to the right.
Now.
Phoenix Go calls Red 1, the smoke comes back on. The wings of lightning about to extend as the aircraft now fly in 6 aircraft line abreast, a very technically difficult formation for the pilots to fly. Red 6. On the left of Red 1 in Phoenix is Red 3 Squadron Leader Mike Ling. Mike has formerly displayed on the team before conducting 6 years in the Red 10 role, and he rejoins for the 2018 season. Get those cameras ready, this is Phoenix.
Dlaczego biało? Jest tak dużo białego, prawda?
As Phoenix moves off to the right-hand side with the smoke still on. Red 1 rolling around the white smoke of the rest of the formation. Red 1 about to bend the formation round to the left. Keep those cameras rolling. It's Tornado.
Szybko do zdjęcia!
Red 6 and 7 down low with the coloured smoke changing to white. On the left is Red 6, on the right is 4 ready to bend off to our right hand side and make room for the next maneuver. Synchro smoke on go calls Red 6, look left and right again as the white... Red and blue smoke comes on, the Jets pulling 60, the pilots fighting against after the engineers that fly in the back seat of our aircraft between displays and is dedicated to circus and especially to JB.
gets crossed for the last time, the smoke comes on, they move left and right down the with red one at the front, and roll formation with 8 and 9 rolling around their smoke. This is Hawkesbury. Clear go, call 2 and 3, the signal for 4 and 5 to start their rollbacks.
Z zewnątrz, ze środka, na zewnątrz.
And then about to do their own rolls, ready for the Jippo break. As this is a special year for the Royal Air Force, our 100th anniversary, we have an extra flight path lined up for you. Red 1 is just having a look at the weather to see if it's free. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching the Red Arrow!
Patrz, Kuba, Jacob, zobacz.
The absolute cutting edge of simply wouldn't function. Absolutely right, and particularly here at RIAT, 2,000 volunteers spend about 4 weeks putting this display arena together and taking it apart after. Without those volunteers that give up their time for free, this show just simply would not happen. For one of the air traffickers, it was a particularly novel experience the other night when he talked in the MQ-9C by a UAV. It was a quite astonishing sight to see it entering the pattern over Fairford. Even more astonishing to watch it on various Aguilar, the Royal Jordanian Falcon, and then at 2:15, the RAF 100 fly past. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Chief of Staff of the United States Air Force, General David Wilson, and all the men and women of the United States Air Force, I want to say welcome once again to the Royal International Air Institute here in Fairford RIAT. I'm the F-35 Heritage Flight Team Chief, Master Sergeant Robert Garner, Indianapolis, Indiana. Here with our team safety server, combat ready, F-35 pilot, Major Adam Moser, call sign TIVO. TIVO is a fighter that's located here, Duke Air Force Base, Arizona. F-35. Most advanced technology and fighters. Single integrated picture of the battlefield. The F-35's helmet mounted display with integrated night vision provides the pilots with unprecedented situation awareness.
machine just doesn't.
Oh no,
I've been doing it.
no, because I couldn't do it.
Tactical pitch. Several chancers over this weekend, with not just the F-35A of the US Air Force performing the heritage flight displays, hopefully with Mustang and Spitfire tomorrow and on Sunday, but also with the F-35B model, the RAF Lightning and the Royal Navy's Lightning, that will be featuring our RAF 100 fly past with a 3-strong contingent later on today, and then a single example in a very special formation.
To your right. Absolutely unique in the world of aviation. A fly pass with the F-18 Hornet jet fighter. 9,700.
In this aeroplane, and that as a result of new flight control software that was introduced some years ago to the Swiss FA-18 fleet. Level flight, all below 1,000 feet. So coming in from the left, the Swiss F-18 Hornet. The difference between the chord of the aircraft, so the center line of the aircraft, and the air through which it's traveling. Most aircraft would, ordinary aircraft would stall at about 14 degrees angle of attack. but the high lift and high manoeuvre devices that this aircraft has, all managed beautifully by this fly-by-wire software system, means that the aircraft in effect has no alpha limit. And so what will happen is all of the flight control services will be working together to prevent the aircraft from departing normal flight. And a good example of that for his slow pass, he'll be accelerating out of this into a cubic on the 45-degree line outbound. The Hornet was ordered to replace the Hawker Hunter, the Mirage 3, and part of the Swiss Air Force. The FA-18 is now operational in the Swiss Air Force. This one comes from Fliegerstaffel 17 at Payerne. Number 18 is there also, and 11 at Meiringen. They're all flown by professional Air Force pilots as part of the Swiss Air Force's Überwachungsgeschwader. And returning to the inverter. Regular taskings for the Swiss. It's a very interesting
Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the pleasure of presenting to you at this Royal International Air Tattoo here in Fairford, the exceptional PC-7 team, the official aerobatic team. It's a big pleasure to be back in England. Please look straight ahead, where you will see the Swiss team consisting of 9 turboprop aircraft, which will start its presentation right after the Hornet has landed. So, as I said before, this... The PC-7 team is opening its presentation 2018 with a 60 degrees looping, including 9 aircraft in the formation called Flying Diamond. Transition into super color formation and then the super arrow formation. The 9 Pilatus PC-7 aircraft not only give the team the name, it also makes it the largest turboprop display team in the world. As ambassador of the Swiss Air Force, the PC-7 team symbolizes the dynamism, elegance and precision of formation aerobatics. This is our brand. With attractive formation changes and varying figures, our military pilots observe right now the short and precise formation change from delta to propeller, one of the new formations 2018. The big advantage of the presentation of the PC-7 team is that the formation changes. Speed here approximately 350 km/h or 180 knots. As you can observe, this demanding formation change doesn't take longer than 10 seconds. Although the changes... All pilots in this display team are professional pilots of the Swiss Air Force. They normally fly the fighter jet F-18 Hornet. So the PC-7 team aerobatic display represents only a small part of the pilot's activities. It's their hobby, so to say. In other words, you have in front of you experienced jet fighter pilots who for the weekend are exchanging their big jet fighter with a graceful propeller aircraft and do this as a kind of a side job. And this is pretty unique in the aviation world.
and landing performance. Particularly impressive given the size of the aircraft. The aircraft currently flying at about 110 knots and speed across the ground to a very slight headwind, probably about 105 knots, which is around about the cruise speed of a Cessna 152, for example. You see all the flight control aircraft airborne. And this is another of the
Spartan dances around the spider's sides. She's the world's most capable twin-engine torpedo lifter, pilot, co-pilot, Capitano Emiliano Paluzzi, and W. Fulvio Dominici is the flight test engineer who has the task to check the vital parameters during the flight. C-37J Spartan has always been praised here at RIAT, I have to say, has won mainstream acceptance and success, and because of her surprising vertical skills. But this year we chose quite a different attitude, cutting all the vertical maneuvers off, and inviting the audience to focus not just on the performance aspect, but on the operational capabilities. A C-37J Spartan may never be asked to perform, for instance, after the maid or a loop in the real world, but she actually carries out demo flights. Slow flypast, always prepared to intervene any time. C-37J Italian Air Force crew are often summed up to carry out airdrops to face their support in joint operations. We see landing gears, fuel extended, headlights on, cargo door wide open. The aircraft stabilized at 150 meters, been flying as low as she can, 185 kilometers per hour. Perhaps in takeoff position to minimize drag and to reach the adequate lift to grant a safe vertical leap. C-37J has also a large cargo box capable of supporting almost 5 tons per square meter. The aircraft can carry pallets of platform weighing up to 6,000 kilos or 60 equipped soldiers, 46 fully equipped parachutes, 36 stretchers for other combinations up to 3,000 to 50 kilos maximum takeoff weight. In the full cargo configuration, she transports 11.5 tons of material such as light and heavy vehicles. In the medieval configuration, which is a setting procedure, tested the practically minor airbase, specialized personnel and medical staff safely evacuate injured and infected personnel, and we resorted to this configuration more than on the air again. This grand finale.
Given takeoff clearance to the next of our national robotic teams on the bill. They come from the Spanish Air Force, and their commentator for this afternoon's display is Captain Luis Serrano.
And welcome to the Patrulla Aguilar display at the Royal International Air Tattoo. A strong applause for Patrulla Aguilar flying in delta formation, flying with his Spanish flag. A strong applause, please. Patrulla Aguilar flying in Royal International Air Tattoo. 4,500 fly hours have been flown with the Patrulla in previous season as Águila 3 as well as Águila 5 solo. The ancestor of our leader from Sweden. A strong applause for our leader, Major Pérez. Season Águila 2 is flown by Capitán García Malea, an F-18 pilot with an experience of 1,300 fly hours. Now again, Patrulla Aguilar flying in pocket formation. A strong applause for our formation. Aguilar 3 on the left wing is flown by Major Zambrano, a fighting pilot in his third year with the Patrulla Aguilar. Again, Patrulla Aguilar in a spectacular flyby. Give them a huge applause for Patrulla Aguilar. see another change to Águila formation. And I will be ready your cameras for this spectacular flyby, Águila. A strong applause for them, Patrulla Águila again in Águila formation. Remember, from Spain, flying Casa 101, 6 and 7. Thrilling. The skies is a corkscrew. The aircraft changes again in data formation throughout the display. The equipment must remain alert and ready to change. In 3, 2, 1, go! A strong applause for our Diamond. Center to do a special maneuver named double pop-up. Finally return with the other members of the Diamond Águila 2 and 4. A spectacular double pop-up, while Águila 2 and 3 perform several alternative roles around the two aircraft. A strong applause for our four pilots. Remember the Diamond doing the double twister with aircraft. Again is a start for a 6 aircraft.
Och kommer det är det ju kanten av en byggen.
The 6 members of the Patrulla Águila divide into 8 of them. They pass. Please get ready your cameras in 3, 2, 1, go! Fantastic maneuver! Executed a Cobra maneuver. It's a sequential rudder roll. It's really. And the other 6 aircraft are in middle formation with the distance larger than usual. In middle formation for a spectacular flyby. A strong applause for Patrulla Águila flying in middle formation. Patrulla Águila is composed of a commanding officer, 7 display pilots, 2 spare pilots, a speaker and public relation officer, and a group of maintenance personnel. A strong applause for ground crew is absolutely essential as they work essentially to put on the excellent display you see here today. You can see the sequential break. 1, 2.
Will be a few minutes hold up whilst we just adjust the
Yes, thank you, George. While the accurate display we take to cancel the roll for
Squadron Hurricanes flown by Tom Neal during the Battle of Britain, in the course of which he undertook 141 sorties. Tom retired from the RAF as a wing commander with DFC in Bar, DFC the Distinguished Flying Cross, and AFC, the Air Force engagements. He was an acclaimed writer as well, describing his experiences of the summer of 1940 in particular. A delightful and fascinating gentleman, Tom Neal, passed away earlier this week, but his memory commemorated by the markings on Hurricane LF363. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some very sad news. Unfortunately, the flight path has been cancelled due to weather conditions. The display director at the moment is very busy trying to resurrect what we have for the rest of the afternoon of the Battle of Britain Memorial flight are exiting the runway. And out of interest, these water-cooled engines, you may have seen the aircraft facing different directions to get the most of the cooling air as the wind is coming from the south at the moment. But sadly, the RAF 100 flight path for today has been cancelled due to weather.
Today you are actually supporting the Royal Air Force Charitable Trust, and of course that is the parent charity of the Air to Two. The trust funds a wide range of exciting aviation scholarships, adventure training and STEM initiatives. Discussing the support that the RAF is giving to STEM initiatives, and particularly getting young children involved. Well, as well as by doing more fundraising, you can of course
changing directions. Fly the Hornet in a minimum in a 360-degree turn.
Aircraft on display, and I'm sure the crews will be very happy to talk to you. Next up, we expect to have the PC-9M from the Slovenian Air Force. I haven't heard about the Great War Display team yet, who are due on after that. We will get an update from the tower for you in due course. Then, if things go to plan, we've then got the T-346 from the Italian Air Force, the RAF Chinook, the French Navy Rafales, the Solo Turk F-16 from the Turkish Air Force, the two de Havilland Vampires of the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron, the Italian Air Force Typhoon, the Finnish Air Force FA-18C Hornet, the Solo French Air Force Rafale, the Italian Air Force...
Ground center, it's time to get your cameras ready. gives out, the aircraft will now be run out to the right and pull up into a pedal turn to the right. Demonstrated recently as the force reacted to leaving Cumbria, or in the tropical and maritime areas around, operating at ultra level by day or night in any weather. It's well protected against both low and high technology threats, battle tolerant and able to self.
This side of the ocean, so chill, island,
Fairway, she can be easily handled with a lot of space. Dignity is discontinued.
still there. We're gonna have
Air Force counterparts. They've been performing close air support, air interdiction, ISR, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, and other roles besides flying from shore bases, while currently the Charles de Gaulle is in a major refit. The very potent carrier-borne capability will be resumed when it emerges from that process.
You don't leave your property unattended, as it's likely to be removed by security personnel and may be destroyed. I've also been passed a message about the cash points on the showground today. Apparently there are some problems, but they are working in the green service station and the Vincent village. In addition, don't forget we've got things going on that aren't actually...
The next manoeuvre. Pulling up now for a loop. Running in on the 45-degree line. And rolling inverted to inverted. Manoeuvre, pulling up into the vertical. Back towards the left-hand end. solo Turk incorporating the Turkish crescent and star.
Who once said the future is in the skies. Well, the Turkish Air Force has excelled itself in the skies on many occasions, and it continues to do so in the skies of airshows around the world with Solo Turk.
And there we see Captain Gunnar streaming the specially coloured braking parachute to help bring the F-16C to a stop. What a brilliant celebration this 100th anniversary this year as well. The Air Fighter RIAT is a established operational jet in Royal Air Force service. It entered service just after World War II. It's the quite beautiful Fairford Vampire. Therefore, historic squadron. Together with the Middle East and Far East Air Forces, they were used in counterinsurgency operations against Malayan terrorists. The first two-seat Vampire was a night fighter, the NF-10, which was not a particularly effective aeroplane, but two-seat Vampire of the historical squadron used as part of its test pilot courses, part of being a would-be test pilot for the British military, skills in a wider range of aircraft than they ordinarily encounter in the course of regular service. The characteristic whistle of the cavalry Goblin engine, much evidence as they touch down, a really elegant performance with polished slap. And Jim Stewart in the King Cavalry Vampires of the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that this year's official air tattoo change t-shirt.
gravity, giving a more stable aircraft for high-performance flight. Slow flypast courtesy of Domenico Grande.
Down from the Italian Air Force, once one in the form of their national aerobatic team, the British Tricolore, will be on the slot a little later on. The team now again has got two excellent mainland European solo fast jet displays.
And after the threat chase, we'll be moving on to the three final items of the show, the CV-22B Osprey.
And another illustration of its excellent high alpha, high angle of attack performance in particular during a very polished sequence indeed by a pilot from Fighter Squadron 31 of Fairford Air Command within the Finnish Air Force, stationed at Risala. So Mark, you think full show?
Well, few means exactly as you said, so it is truly scattered. I think we have a full show on offer here, which is absolutely outstanding. So for this F-18 display, we'll see how that develops. Yeah, now his minimum is 5,300. Will it be... Now this is really impressive. High alpha pull-up, followed by a pushover. Outstanding slope through in air combat. That is where you need to get the nose on of your aircraft in one last ditch there was the deliberate unload from the high alpha to low altitude. Reduces the drag virtually down to zero, so the aircraft is able to accelerate.
And the aeroplane was just seen being demonstrated.
Captain Lauri Makinen from Fighter Squadron 31 of Karelia.
Should we face it that way or? Okay.
Thanks to our fellow countrymen and to our friends. Applause. Frecce Tricolori official aerobatic team is a squadron of the Italian Air Force with a sign task to This was pressurization for the 10th aircraft of Frecce Tricolori now performing the before takeoff test, and this engine run out.
Let's go up, addressed to his wingman by the voice of Pony One, and this will the great separation of the Guardian. looping, they were 4,000 feet over the field at the top of this maneuver, ready to lead to our turning teams once.
Towards the display line for a pass in the opposite direction. The engines, a pair of Rolls-Royce Allison A1107 turbo shafts of around 6,200 plus shaft horsepower each, and the diameter of those big rotors cum propellers 11.6 meters or 38 feet. Tilting forwards, and away it goes.
Tell me. This one tell me. Tell me.
The Osprey can carry a .50 machine gun on the rear ramp. In fact, this one's doing so during this display. They've also got a rescue hoist and fast roping equipment for the rapid deployment of special forces. They can deploy by those methods, or they can also undertake parachute jumps off the rear ramp. The Air Force those do have spring capacity than the Boeing looking at further development, like the mode of the multi-swing roll platform. warning platform. The deal was done to supply the type to the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force. The Marine Corps also operates the aircraft with its Presidential Transport Squadron carrying support personnel and the media, and the latest role is seeing 44 Ospreys being procured as carrier on-board delivery platforms for the US Navy to replace the venerable C-2 Greyhound, resupplying its aircraft carriers. Earlier this month, the big new deal for 78 Ospreys was done with Bell Boeing, covering further aircraft for the carrier on-board delivery, or COD role, as well as more for the Marine Corps, the Air Force, and for Japan, and that will secure the future of the Osprey production. US Air Force at RAF Mildenhall, thus the Bell Boeing CV-22B Osprey. This aircraft is from the 831st Guards Tactical Aviation Brigade of the Ukrainian Air Force, stationed at Mirhorod. Thrust-weight ratio. The aircraft astounded Western onlookers when it started appearing at Western air displays from the Paris Air Show in 1989 onwards. In Ukraine, other former Soviet states and several export customers, but the design has continued to be developed for Russia and for overseas markets, and some of the latest derivatives incorporate thrust vectoring for even 450 knots.
very slow speed.
Yes, one of the manoeuvres that Soviet test pilots amazed audiences with first the MiG-29 and then the Su-27 at Western displays was the tail slide. We saw it in the West for the first time, would you believe, 30 years ago with the MiG-29s at Farnborough. A tribute to the engine performance of the aircraft, the two Lyoka or
Start.
All of the control surfaces working in the opposite sense as you slide backwards. So left rudder actually moves the nose to the right, and up elevator actually moves the nose down. So quite a difficult manoeuvre, but no doubt the controls there. No, agreed.
On the underside.
Became a pixelated camouflage pattern which is applied in blue on the Su-27s. Very attractive it is too. This is a modernised one, a Su-27 P1M at very slow speed indeed, with the air brake deployed.
In exactly the same position as the F-15.
And the following year, 2015, the Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko took a backseat ride in one of the upgraded two-seat Ukrainian flankers. These aircraft are still providing a very potent combat capability. Of course, Ukraine has been engaging very much with the West in recent years, and between its air force and Western nations. Greatly developed in recent times. After Wednesday, as told last year by Colonel Alexander Sanchenko, being the Ukrainian flanker display pilot since 2011, this was around 1,050 hours on flight. As far as their combat training is concerned, it says they will perform 1v1 dogfighting, 2v2 and then melee.
That's what we call a monster. As the aircraft rolls out, you see the giant air brake.
Over the runway, yeah, you can see this wind, the wind is blowing. It's kind of a south-southwesterly at the moment, and a bit of an inversion later, which means the air gets a bit warmer behind you go, probably about 1,000 feet or so, when stops the smoke from dissipating. and Syria.
This will be the first time in many decades that the Royal Air Force has had a frontline aircraft that is operating in the role simulating